Everyone freaks out when they hear that Mercury's retrograde, but as an astrologer, I must clear up some misconceptions about it. As you guys should know, yes, Mercury did officially go retrograde on June 29th in Cancer, but as of today, it moved back into sidereal Gemini. What this means is that Mercury is now operating from its own home. So although when a retrograde happens, it does put us in a position to kind of slow down and revisit things from the past. Because it's in its own sign, this means that Mercury now has all the resources it needs to perform at its best when it comes to communication, learning, gathering information, solving problems. But yes, even with that, anytime Mercury's retrograde, regardless of what sign it's in, there's a high chance there will be some technology glitches and a possibility of hearing from an ex. What people don't talk about is how it actually affects you personally. I need you to look at your natal birth chart right now and tell me, is your Mercury direct or retrograde? Because if you were born with a Mercury retrograde, then this transit can feel surprisingly productive. Because your Mercury already operates in a more reflective and inward focused way, you will find that life starts moving in a direction that feels more natural to you while others are trying to adjust. In fact, many people who have a retrograde Mercury will find that they make a lot of meaningful progress in their life every time Mercury goes retrograde. So if you have a retrograde Mercury, you'll notice around this time that conversations actually tend to flow a lot easier, opportunities start to resurface, unfinished projects may finally gain momentum, and overall you can just be feeling mentally clearer because the collective energy is matching how you naturally process information. On the other hand, if your Mercury is direct, this retrograde can feel like you're being asked to pump the brakes. But don't see this as Mercury praying for your downfall or wanting to keep you stuck. Instead, Mercury is kind of slowing down your thought process or whatever big changes you're wanting to make into your life before you make a mistake. Because after all, Mercury is a fast-moving, curious planet, so this does encourage learning, exploration, taking chances. However, when it goes retrograde for you, this definitely can show a time where it reveals to you your blind spots, which can look like missing important details, such as proofreading a message before you send it, signing an agreement before asking enough questions, making assumptions instead of clarifying, booking a trip without double checking the flight details, and of course, reacting before fully understanding the situation. So it's just exposing what happens when you move faster than the information available to you. So this is your opportunity to catch the details or piece of information that could completely change your decision making for the better.